Hello everyone, it's Jacqueline here, and welcome to our Google Hangout on air. We decided this was going to be our presentation, and what better way to present it than use it ourselves. We have Sean here, David, and Tana, and myself. Just a little bit about Google Hangouts. There's two types of Hangouts that you can have. One is a private Google Hangout where it's just between you and a few other people, and another is Google Hangout on air, which is recorded to YouTube and can be accessed at any point in time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask David to screen share with me, and his screen will lead me to back to myself, and I will show you some of the options available in the Google Hangout screen. Okay, David, can you go ahead and screen share?
Yep.
Okay, so there you see me and my screen. So what you can see here is there's this along the top and then also some icons along the side. So when you are using this, here you can invite people. So if I wanted to invite more people to this Google Hangout, I would click on that, type in their name, and away we go. The muted microphone here, that allows you to mute yourself. So if your classroom is being extremely loud, or maybe you need to talk to a student because they're not following proper digital etiquette, you could just mute the microphone quickly, talk to them, and then unmute it and continue. Or just maybe background noise is too much, so you mute yourself unless you want to talk. This one here is the video, so you can turn your camera off. Again, proper digital etiquette says that you should turn your camera off if you're going to move to another spot in the room or something, just to avoid distractions with others. The next one here is the bandwidth. You can adjust it. Here, as you can see, it's at 3/4 right now. I've heard that that is more than enough to run your program. So you can decrease it or increase it. This allows you, when you are working in a school, it allows you to allow other classrooms to use the internet at the same time. Maybe you don't have the greatest bandwidth for the school, so if you minimize yours as best as you can, then others can use the internet at the same time as your Google Hangout. And finally, there is the red one here where it allows you to leave the call. And again, I won't be doing that because we're not done here. This button here is the screen share button, and it allows you to screen share. So that is what David did here, and we'll go into that more often. I guess what I'll do is I will click on it right now. So here you see you're allowed to share your screen or just your Google Plus Hangouts, or you can share any web page that is open. So you can choose between documents, and whatever you have open on your screen will show up here, and you can just click on that. So it's easy access. You don't have to worry about trying to find the exact document on your toolbar at the bottom of your screen there. Okay, this next one here, it gives you an option on the side. It needs to be done prior to the Hangout. So here you would add items from the website. So maybe you want to talk about a YouTube video, or maybe the 9 elements of digital citizen you want to put in here and talk about them. So it just allows you to quickly access those websites while you are in this screen. Okay, the next one here is the Q&A. So I think this would work really good for when you're on a virtual field trip with your students. I don't have it enabled right now, and I have been having a lot of issues trying to get it to work. It's a fairly new part of Google Hangouts, but what you would do when it is working is you would allow your students to it would allow them to ask questions, to the person hosting the virtual field trip. And then other students who have the same question would be able to click on the +1 icon within that question so that the host knows how many people are actually wanting to know the answer to that question. So if 10 people want to know the answer to one question and 3 people want to know the answer to another question, then obviously the host is going to answer that one with 10 people wanting to know, and it pops right up to the top of the screen, so it kind of prioritizes them for her. The next one here is a digital capture, so you can take a picture and then you can see right here that there's a picture on the screen. And then, so in a virtual field trip, if you're at an aquarium and someone is scuba diving, you can take a picture of them scuba diving, and then it could be like something you could post on your classroom blog as "look at what we did" type thing. This one here, this Hangout toolbox, this is kind of your tool for things that happen. So here we can go in this lower third. If I go and I enter @Miss J. Davis. Okay, I'm going to click on this thing here so that it flips it the right way, and I'm going to turn it on and save it. So there we go. We have my name and my Twitter handle right on the screen. So if anyone wants to tweet to me about during the Hangout or the virtual field trip, they can, or they can tweet anyone else in here. So if you see Tana has hers up, and I think David also has his up, but we can't see him right now. Finally, also if you want, you can go into the Google Drive here. So if I click into my Google Drive, I can open any of the documents that are in my Google Drive, and you guys should be able to see it. Just give me a second here. Okay, so here we go. We have a Google document here. It's not the... Okay, so there's David, and he can easily type in here. Now, if we go like in here. Now, if David shared this document with everyone, we would be able to also, let's see if I can do this here. Okay, so there I am as well. So we can have a conversation right in here, and maybe create a document together while we were in this Hangout. So it might be a way for students to interact with each other and to make a presentation about the Google Hangout that they're in, or something like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, David, if you want to end your screen share, because I think we've gone through all of the tools that we need to go through.
Can you guys see it? Yep. Okay, good. So hi everybody, I'm Sean. About 5 years ago I graduated from Lakehead University with an education degree. But there was one thing that stuck in my head that lasted throughout my short career, that I never stopped learning. And I think that it definitely holds true as our world becomes more technologically savvy. In my short career, like I said, I've never had very much experience with Google and its applications until recently. And since we decided to talk about connected classrooms. The Connected Classrooms community has several fantastic features that support learning in the classroom and in the teacher's career. I want to make sure I'm screen sharing. Sorry, it looked like it stopped. Am I still live? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Sorry. All right. So the one aspect of Connected Classrooms that I covered is entitled Professional Development. And if you guys can see my screen, I'll guide you on the page here where you can find it. It's on the left-hand side. As you can see, there's all kinds of sections for different areas of the curriculum and different grade levels. But I'm going to click right on the left side here on professional development. And what professional development this section is it's an aspect of the community that is a source for free online professional development lessons, webinars, and tutorials for educators who are looking to expand what has been taught to me as the teacher's resource toolkit. And here's a place where educators connect not just with one another, but they share lesson plans and teaching tips, and they can also connect with educational consultants. And they develop, and program developers, and they share ideas, tips, and their resources on a wide variety of subjects, whether it can be used to help you as an educator deliver material to your classroom, help you with planning and planning ideas, and the classroom management. There are several, as we scroll down here, several live air hangouts, which Jacqueline just talked about, and they're provided by different governmental and private organizations. For example, here was a lesson or a webinar offered by PBS, and let me just click on here. Tips on building successful one-to-one classrooms, how teachers and students can get more face time with one another. Last year I had a class of 28 kids, and to get to everybody's needs was an adventure to say the least. So if I'd have known about this kind of workshop sooner, and if I knew about this connected community, I may have been interested in taking it and seeing what they had to offer. Okay, just wait for my schedule or my screen to get back here. Okay. I'm looking for right now one I found really interesting, and I think it connects to a lot of the Saskatchewan curriculum, especially when we talk about social studies and we talk about science. There was one offered by the Smithsonian Institute and Museum. Almost there. It happened in mid-July, so it's towards the bottom here. So here we go. So what happened was that an expert or a curator from the Smithsonian's Digital Resources section offered a webinar with various teachers from around the United States. And they discussed how the Smithsonian program works and how teachers can utilize the resources the Smithsonian has to offer. So you could log on to the Smithsonian, and if you signed up with them, and you could take a virtual tour. And you can also access their resources. And if you watch this video, it shows you how. Okay? There's also a part of this Smithsonian program that allows teachers who are interested to sign up and become ambassadors, or people in their area that allow schools in their area to connect with the museum, which is in Washington, D.C., excuse me, and vice versa. So I thought that was really, really interesting. When we talk about these PD Hangouts, what is learned in these PD Hangouts can easily be transferred into practical classroom application. The tools and lessons and the guides discovered during these sessions, from top to bottom, I believe they benefit the students with providing them new ways of learning, thinking, and applying their knowledge as modeled by their teachers. These discussion topics in the PD section of the Connected Classrooms covers, like I said, every area of the Saskatchewan curriculum, as well as many other different areas that are not. As you can see, these discussion topics and hangouts are for every section, but these or for every subject. But these educators can benefit by taking PD on their own time, and as well as kind of it reduces the impact on your division's budget if you decide to sign up during school time. Briefly, with respect to digital citizenship, this application encourages the development of digital literacy, not only for an educator, but for a student as well. And together, educators and students learn how to use these new technologies and show an expression of their knowledge in creative ways. So, in a nutshell, that is the professional development section of Connected Classrooms. A great resource, even for myself as a fourth-year teacher. And I'm going to stop where I am right now, and I'm going to pass the mic over to David. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to do a screen share here. I'm going to show you guys how to do Google Hangouts. So, can you guys see me?
I can see your screen.
Okay, good. Okay, so here's Mystery Hangouts. So Mystery Hangouts use Google Hangouts to have a private video chat between two classrooms. And then so Mystery Hangouts are really good teaching tools for geography and social studies. And basically, two classrooms play 20 questions with each other. And they try to guess where each classroom is from. So to set this up, you go on to Mystery Hangouts Google Plus page here, and you can scroll through, maybe find someone looking to do a mystery hangout with you, or you can search. You can enter the search bar here and say I want to search for somebody in Canada. Then I hit enter. Go to something recent. And right here we can see grade 1 class in Alberta looking to do a mystery hangout. And then from there you can organize what time and what day your classes would be your hangouts. Sorry. Or you can set one up yourself. You can make a post and then say, I'm from Regina, and I'm looking to do a mystery hangout with another class. So yeah, these are really good for social studies and geography classes to connect with each other. So that's it. Let's turn it over to Tana here.
Can you hear me? Did that work? Maybe?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to talk to you about using Connected Classrooms to learn a new language. So I'm just going to open the screen share. So you can see here, it's on the Connected Classrooms on Google+, and you can see all the people who are looking to start a hangout between classrooms. And it's a really excellent tool for teachers who specialize in language studies to help their students learn. Students have the opportunity to connect with other classrooms from around the world. Like, for example, if you're teaching a French class, this technology would be great because the students can learn how to pronounce it the correct way and like the way you speak it. When using this as a tool to learn the language, you are essentially creating a private hangout on Google+. So if you go, you can, underneath the little drop down here, you can go to Hangouts. And then you can start your own Hangout by going to Video Hangouts, and then you just start your own, and you connect to people through this connected classroom. So you just put one of these up, and then you get responses, and you just set it up like that way. And it's kind of like a database of teachers who are looking to connect to your classroom. Digital etiquette is a way is like the way you act in the online community, and it's an aspect of digital citizenship in which students need to understand, especially since they are connecting to students of a different culture. They must be engaged in the learning, otherwise you'd have to have consequences. You can connect to classrooms to learn a new language in the case of the Saskatchewan curriculum, because the language would be French, and it allows the students to meet all the outcomes of the course more efficiently than you would just teaching it normally. Because like some of the outcomes of the French program are that you have to be able to identify verbs of the French language, and you have to be able to pronounce and have kind of like the speaking rhythm down. And this program would significantly help with the latter part because you'd be directly listening to someone who speaks the language. And that's all I have to say. I'm going to end the screen share. Does anyone else want to say something yet?
You can just close out.
Okay, that's all we have to say. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hey guys.